Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zul Fiqry bin Rozafuzan. My matrix number is 2020832862. I am from class AM1103D. My lecture name for ELC 231 is Madam Yaya. In this video, I will do a movie review for my oral commentary. Wait, before that, I want to change my look. I think it's too formal for my movie review. Let me change my attire first. Yeah, I think it's better, so let's start. This is the movie that I chose for my oral commentary, which is The Greatest Showman. The Greatest Showman is a 2017 American musical drama film directed by Michael Gracie in his directorial debut, written by Jenny Biggs and Bill Condon, and starring Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron, Michelle Williams, Rebecca Ferguson, Zendaya, and Kila Sitter, featuring 9 original songs from Benji Pasek and Justin Paul. The film was inspired by the story of P.T. Barnum's creation of Barnum's American Museum and the list of its star attractions. This film was released in Malaysia on December 28, 2017. The left side of the slide is a movie's poster of The Greatest Showman. This film was set in New York City and the surrounding areas in the middle 19th century. The Greatest Showman incorporates real-life buildings that make the world of the film even more realistic. The genre of this movie is musical, romantic, drama, biography, and history. Now, I will give overview of the plot of this movie. For the exposition, P.T. Barnum comes from the poor family. His father, Philo, works with the Hallett's family as a tailor. Charity, who is Hallett's daughter, loves to friend with Barnum even though she knows that he is poor. One day, like usually, Barnum and his father will go to the Hallett's grand house for work. P.T. Barnum saw her when she was taught how to drink a cup of tea gracefully. However, Charity ends up laughing and makes her dress dirty. Her father, who found out, was very angry at her, but Barnum apologized to her father, making her father slap him, and they were separated. Charity was sent to a finishing school, however they kept in touch by sending letters to each other. For the rising action, they eventually marry and raise 2 daughters, Caroline and Helen, in New York City. They live a humble life. Though Charity is happy, Barnum craves more. Barnum loses his shipping clerk job when the company goes bankrupt. He later secures a bank loan, deceptively using his former employer's lost ships as collateral. He opens Barnum's American Museum in downtown Manhattan, which features various wax figures. Ticket sales are slow, so Caroline and Helen suggest showcasing something alive. Barnum acts freak performers such as Bearded Lady, Letty Lutz, and Dwarf Man Charles Stratton. This garners higher attendance but also protests and poor reviews from the well-known critic James Gordon Bernard. Barnum renames his venture Barnum Circus and recruits playwright Philip Carroll to help generate publicity. There are 2 conflicts in this movie. First, a group of protesters always disturb the show because they don't like the troupe. They refuse to call the troupe as a unique person, even the protesters think the troupe is weird. Second, while on tour, Lynn becomes romantically attracted to Barnum. When he rebuffs her, she threatens to not continue the tour in America and quit from the Barnum's business. Later, retaliates with a surprise kiss at the end of her last show, which is photographed by the press. This movie getting excited when it comes to climax. Barnum returns home from a tour and finds his circus on fire, caused by a fight between protesters and the troupe. Philip runs into the burning building to save Anne, not knowing that she has already escaped. He suffers serious injuries before Barnum rescues him. Barnum learns the culprits have been caught and that Lynn has cancelled her tour after her and Barnum's scandal. News about Barnum's scandal spread and his wife, Charity, felt cheated and disappointed with him. For the following action, Barnum's mansion is foreclosed upon. Charity and Barnum were separated when she read a news headline where Barnum was caught kissing with Jenny Lind. Charity Barnum brought her two daughters with her to her parents' home. He admits his mistakes and calling back his wife. Charity met her estranged husband once more again, and their relationship was mended when they agreed to be more open with each other. Barnum promised to not do his mistakes again and change his negative attitude for his beloved wife Charity and for the good of his family. Lastly, for the resolution of this movie, a recovering Philip offers his share of the profits to help Barnum rebuild the circus in exchange for becoming a full partner, which Barnum readily accepts. To economize, Barnum transformed the enterprise into an open-air tent circus. The revamped circus is a huge success, and Barnum has Philip take his place as the ringmaster, so the former can spend more time with his family. The lead role of the movie is played by Hugh Jackman, who brings all of his natural charisma to this performance. P.T. Barnum certainly has his flaws, often being too obsessive and at times suffering from being selfish, which hurts his family and his performance. However, at his core, P.T. is an incredibly nice person who sees something in others when they don't even see it themselves. He has a zest for life and a desire to achieve big things to provide for his family. And ultimately, that energy and positivity make him very likable. Next, Charity Harriet Barnum is the love of P.T. Barnum's life and someone who plays a big role in this movie. She supports all of his dreams and opts to have a life with him, despite the fact that he struggled for a job and that she comes from a very wealthy family. Charity clearly puts her heart into everything she does, and she certainly ends up heartbroken when images of her husband and Jenny Lind surface in the newspapers. However, she sees the best in him and understands, showing compassion and kindness throughout the movie, which makes her very likable and for the audience.
I never liked your show, but I always thought the people did.
They do.
Mind you, I wouldn't call it art,
Of course not.
but putting folks of all kinds on stage with you, all colors, shapes, sizes, presenting them as equals. Another critic might have even called it a celebration of humanity.
Sort of like that.
This scene told us about the equality in humanity. Equality is about ensuring that every individual has an equal opportunity to make the most of their lives and talents. It is also the belief that no one should have pure life chances because of the way they were born, where they come from, what they believe, or whether they have a disability. No matter what is your sizes, shapes, and colors, we must treat each other equally. My overall opinion, I will recommend it for you to watch this movie. It is because you can get all elements in this movie: drama, romantic, and last but not least, a musical and fantasy movie. I bet you will sing along with a song in this movie.